Hi creative friends, welcome to Kelly Does Stuff. Today I'm really excited to show you how I made this peppermint bridge that I'm going to put in the North Pole Christmas village that I collect. North Pole is a line by Department 56 and I don't start setting that up until after Thanksgiving, but of course we gotta start making the things. I probably should have started making the things months ago, but we are where we are. This project is so easy. It's cardboard and styrofoam. I debated when I knew I wanted to make this. I was like, should I do styrofoam? Should I do clay for our little peppermints? I was out of clay and I had tons of styrofoam, and since I don't like to wait, I'm impatient, I don't enjoy planning, measuring any of the things, I just dove right in with styrofoam, and I think it's really cute and I really like it. So let's go ahead and get creating a peppermint bridge.
The first thing you're going to do is draw and cut out the shape of your arch. You're going to want 2 of these, and you can do them in any shape or size that you want. And you know me, I don't measure anything. I did like using these little stencils though, and obviously a little pot top in order to help me get the shape of my bridge. This is going to be the little path walky part of the bridge, and I just went with a size that felt right to me, and here I am scoring it. This just is going to help that cardboard bend a little bit better so I can get it into that rounded, curvy, arch shapey. When you have your 3 pieces, you're going to hot glue them together. To carve my individual pieces of peppermint styrofoam, I broke out this new tool that I had bought several months ago at Michael's. It's kind of like a combination of a hot wire tool and an X-Acto knife. It's hard to get a really smooth cut with an X-Acto knife using this EPS foam. It just leaves a lot of rough edges and crumbles. So this allowed me to get a really smooth edge. I loved this tool. It took me a second to get the hang of it, and it seemed like it worked best to leave the tool in place and then rotate the styrofoam in order to get that almost perfect circular cut. I kind of had to let the perfection go and just let the circles be what they were going to be. To create my swirls, I used this Posca paint pen. These do take a little bit of time to dry, just like paint does, so be careful not to touch your swirls and then touch other parts of your styrofoam. So the idea here is that I'm going to hot glue these all around my bridge. So next it was just a matter of making a whole bunch of peppermints. I painted the entire bridge with white acrylic paint. I really didn't like the look of this cardboard edge, so I cut some really thin strips of that EPS foam and hot glued it on top to cover it up and make it look a little nicer. You're absolutely going to want to use your hot glue gun on the low setting, because with foam this thin, and especially that EPS foam, if your hot glue is too hot, it is going to eat through it in a second. And are you even in the North Pole if you don't have sparkles? I just put a whole bunch of PVA glue on my cardboard, used this handy tool called my finger, and then I just sprinkled a whole bunch of glitter onto my glue. Before I could move on, my dog Angel wanted to share a special reminder. Oh, thank you, Angel, for asking all of our creative friends to consider subscribing to my channel. And back to the project. Next, it was time to hot glue a piece of styrofoam onto my bridge. Actually, let's make that 2 pieces of styrofoam. One wasn't quite big enough. And time to repeat that glue glitter process. For the top pieces of peppermint that were going to be higher than the ridge of the bridge, I did do the peppermint swirl pattern on both sides. wanted to give my peppermints a bit more sparkle, but not so much as the glitter, and I found this clear sparkly glue in my craft supply, so I added that to each of my peppermints. This arch felt like it needed a little bit more detail, so I glued a very thin piece of EPS foam, and then once again covered that in glue and glitter. We are getting very close to the end, and I started getting really excited because different parts in this project I was like, yikes, this is looking super crafty, which, I mean, is fine, it is a craft. But I'm going to put it with my Department 56 North Pole Village, and that quality is just beautiful. But this was really starting to look like something I would be excited to display. There was one part that was really bothering me though, and it was on the inside arch of the bridge. There was some space between the styrofoam and the cardboard, and you could see that cardboard detail, and I just really didn't like it. So I got this red sparkly paper at Michael's. I still had the cardboard cutout that I used to create the arches of my bridge, and I just used that to create some red arches to cover that ugly little space. And lastly, it felt like my peppermints needed just a little bit of shine, and I knew I had this gloss Mod Podge, so I just added it to my peppermints to give it a little bit of extra polish. And that's it, friends. We did it. Created a peppermint bridge. Let's take a look. Thank you so much for watching. I just have so much fun sharing these projects with you guys. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. It really means so much to me. It helps me to grow the channel. Please consider liking this video, leaving a comment. Let me know what types of projects you're working on for the coming season. Share this video with 5 or 10 creative friends. I look forward to seeing you next time, and happy creating.
Peppermint, peppermint bridge.